Hey everyone, my name is Olivia and welcome back to my channel, Autistically Me. I was recently diagnosed with autism and I want to make some videos to help bring awareness to females on the spectrum. Today I just kind of wanted to do an informal video on what my depression looks like because it's hitting me hard recently and I just kind of wanted to do like a raw video because I think it'll help me feel a little better to get out what I'm feeling. So this probably will be a little bit of an intense video, so if you aren't comfortable with that or it could upset you, then maybe don't watch. Depression is a trait many females have that are on the spectrum, and males, and a lot of females are, I don't want to say misdiagnosed because we do have depression, it's just that's not all we have. We have so much more things also affecting us. I was officially diagnosed with depression at 13, so 11 years ago, and I take medication, and I have taken medication for it since, I think 15 years old. My depression is intense, and the voice in my head is very, very mean. It thinks of the worst things and it tells them to me constantly. I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm a failure, I'm stupid. I've done a lot of cool things in my life and I'm very blessed. Grown up in Southern California, gotten to travel the world, never wondered where my next meal was coming from. Got to go to Disneyland like several times a year. I've had nice cars to drive, but I still get to feeling like this, and it makes me feel real guilty because I know that there's people out there that are really struggling, and I really don't have any reason to be sad. And I understand that it's a disease and I have inchemical balances in my brain and I can't help but feel like this, but I still feel bad. I just feel like a really big burden on the people who care about me. Every night in my prayer before I go to bed, I ask God to forgive me for being a terrible person, because I think I'm a terrible person every day. And I ask Him to please forgive me for being a terrible girlfriend, terrible daughter, terrible granddaughter, terrible friend, terrible sister, terrible dog mom. I feel so bad for my dog, Blue. He deserves a better mom. And my boyfriend Alex deserves a better girlfriend, and so on and so forth. Right now I'm really struggling with money, and I can't seem to get myself to try harder to get more money. I can't imagine having a regular job. I just don't think that I could have a regular job. I've tried having a regular job and that always kind of ended in a disaster. And so I started my own business, and I can't do it right now. And some people, say to, not just me, but other people with depression, like, just push through it, like, just move on, like, get past it. But that's not possible a lot of the times, no matter how hard we try. On the outside, look like I have it all together, and I'm very good at pretending like I do, but I do not. I may have been able to get a job at the NFL Network at 18 years old, but I can barely take care of myself on a daily basis. So people see all of my accomplishments and all the neat things that I've been able to do. Oh, this girl started her own business at 19, got a book deal at 21, worked at Sports Illustrated at 14, got a job at the NFL Network at 18, but can't go to the grocery store without having a meltdown. Sometimes I can't get out of bed. I can't shower. I never have a problem eating. I'm always hungry. I'm always eating. When I get depressed, I want to eat more. I want to eat bad foods because they make me feel better temporarily until they make me have a stomach ache. When I get into, a spell of depression, I definitely kind of seclude myself. I don't want to answer phone calls from my parents or texts or anything. I just am fine feeling like this. And I don't want to get better. And that it's going to sound stupid or weird or you're not going to understand, but at least with me, when I'm depressed, I'm content on just feeling miserable and thinking of all of the terrible things that I've ever done in my life and think about how I'm such a terrible failure of a person. Because that's what depression is. It eats you and it wants you to keep feeling miserable. It wants you to just go, you know what, I give up. Yeah, I'm just going to stay like this. But you have to have the strength to be able to pull yourself out, and sometimes I just have a very, very difficult time doing that. And my spells of depression have gotten more scarce through the years, but they still happen. My good friend Todd always told me, this too shall pass, and in my head I know that this feeling will pass, but when I'm in that moment, in that feeling, you can't comprehend how it could possibly pass, how you could possibly start to feel better. In a book that I read called Aspergirls, she had a quote in it. I can't remember the exact quote. I don't have the book on me right now, but it basically said, telling an autistic person to just get on with it is like telling a person in the wheelchair to just go up the flight of stairs to get to the second floor. And that really spoke to me because for the first time it kind of felt like, oh, I do struggle too. And my struggles are validated and real and they're not fake. And just because they're invisible doesn't mean that I very, very much struggle. You know, social media and stuff, often you only see the good parts of life. You only see the smiles and the laughs and the good memories. But there are also many, if not lots more memories like this that I have. I've never seriously thought about taking my own life. I lost a cousin to suicide. But there are times where I wish I could just go to sleep and not wake up, at least for a while. A lot of times I feel in so much pain that I just go and take a nap because I can't stand to be awake and feel like this. So I hope that when I wake up I feel a little better. Most of the time I do. Talking with friends usually doesn't help because I have to put on my mask, my autistic mask, and appear normal and fine. I don't like telling my problems to other people because I feel like I'm burdening them. I already feel like a burden already, so definitely don't want to make it worse. And I have amazing friends that would be there for me, but it doesn't help. They try so hard to help, and sometimes it does, but for the most part, the only person that can pull me out of feeling like this is me. When I feel like this, I just can't function. And I struggle with the thoughts of you can function, you just don't want to. And so then I go into feeling more guilty, feeling more bad about myself, saying more mean things about myself in my head. And it's a vicious cycle. After my first video was made, I had all these people telling me how strong and brave I was and how I'm helping people, and I don't feel strong or brave or good. And it brings me joy to know that I'm helping people, but I can't even help myself. So it's not kind of hypocritical. Yesterday I had eaten a big lunch, so I was just gonna have a bowl of cereal for dinner because I'm like really addicted to cereal. I'll talk about it in another video. And when I opened my cabinet, I had no cereal. And I almost had a meltdown and I couldn't function for the rest of the night. And then I wake up this morning and I'm like this. A lot of times what happens when you have a meltdown takes you a long time to recover from it. And sometimes it can send me into a depression. And I didn't even have a meltdown last night, just kind of almost. But that's just something that maybe could correlate. I just, again, wanted to kind of share this very real, raw moment with you. I really hope it didn't upset anybody, and I'm sorry that this is like a major downer of a video. I promise next week's video will be upbeat and funny and nothing like this. But I wasn't planning on recording this. I wasn't planning on making this be the video for this week, but I think people should know the real me, and this is a very big part of the real me. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Have a very blessed day.